cash footage.
Oh man, I mean that's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt because Lil Wayne has been with Baby forever. Listen, they kissed in the mouth. That's a different kind of contract. Like you can't shit on the person that you've kissed in the mouth publicly. Y'all got tattoos.
Towards the back post, it's a brilliant swinger over the keeper's head and away for a throw in to the Buccaneers. Excellent effort from Otto.
Have a look at this. You see, goalkeeper Mariani is backpedaling. There's an art to try to get to a ball when you backpedal. Really the three-quarter run, you don't backpedal because you can actually trip yourself. And when you jump from the backpedaling position, you don't get the right height to it. Small things that the goalkeepers
That's cleared it now. High volley from Bukazi. That's Orlando Pirates. Rani, long clearance, only as far as Shanu. Napo is nice and busy in these early stages, clearing away. Nule. Sebele.
The Breakfast Club crew were intentionally trying to get Birdman's attention because Charlamagne also got Trick Daddy to speak on Birdman, and Trick Daddy had some concerning things to say, suggesting that Birdman might be
they'll
dead.
be able to afford. Because when you do that, you know that you are a little open defensively.
Voilà.
Pirates have not been able to punish that.
Balon token. Voilà.
For much of this game, it's energy setting at the same time. Shanu is brought down by Tibeni. He's going to carry the ball rather than the man. Might have a bit of a point there. Touch to it. So now Hotto on the left-hand side, up to Apollos.
I don't know. That's what they say.
For Pirates against Polopani City looks to pick up the loose ball here. The first touch a little heavy. Here's Mariko. Almost finding Apollos. It's a clever idea for the midfield. The cutout. There's a bit of space now for Ramosala, the teenager.
Not just as an artist, but an artist coming from the south.
To Mabele and Batsi.
So for me to see the
Tibeni.
things that transpire, I can't respect it.
Ne pasa Diamond.
On the right-hand side, he's another who's started all the games so far.
Because Charlamagne also got Trick Daddy to speak on Birdman, and Trick Daddy had some concerning things to say, suggesting that Birdman might be dead.
Giva, who did play the previous three. His first match against newcomers last season was also a tough encounter. They only edged Magesi by a single goal. It's not easy when you play against a side. It's difficult to, you don't really know them, and there's not that much tape on them.
It's very true. But you know what? Teams like Orlando Pirates have always got people, scouts that are traveling all over to go to work out on how the opposition that they'll be up against. So they bring the info, and the coach is able to work on whatever that they can or that can be done.
So Galaxy have taken the lead, by the way, against it's a 1-0 lead in the early stages. Galaxy having scored 4 against Chipper in their last game, coming from behind to get their first points of the season. Their first win of the season, I should say. Now, Ramosala in the challenge as Mariko. It's a busy night again in the Betway Premiership, and we will endeavour to keep you updated with all of tonight's proceedings. A helter-skelter start to this new season with plenty of football. Everybody now very much into a rhythm, William. It's less than a month, but there's been many games and already plenty of excitement.
And some teams are already know exactly what their team should look like, because remember that beginning stage is very difficult. Certain competition don't work right from the beginning, so you keep changing up into the fourth game or so, but already you can see a clear picture of where the teams are going with their starting lineups. Combinations are improving with every game that they play.
Nice little skill here, driven into the area. Sikhiandule with the diving clearance back into the danger zone. Keeper comes out, collects fairly comfortably. It's been a little bit of an uncomfortable start, if we may use that phrase, for Orlando Pirates. Supporters would have been hoping for a convincing win tonight against the newcomers. So we've had 30 minutes now, and it's Pirates nil, Orbit nil.
And it'll be nice just to check as well, Gleason, if there's been a clear shot at goal that Oriani had to save. I don't remember one. So that would actually tell the story even better. That
Well, Maswangangi's effort straight at him.
yes, that's the only one that I think we can claim right now. But that happened what 10, 15 minutes ago, and you'd expect it a whole lot better from Pirates since then. And Sibilibili hasn't had a sight of goal. The speed that we know he can produce, I mentioned that it will be very difficult in this game because Orbite are not playing a long block like you'd have expected. So, I mean, they are playing the low block, so it's difficult to get the space to use quick players like Sibilibili to exploit the spaces behind the defensive line.
Mariko finds Sebelebele. A support here from Shandu who's pushing up. Sikhiandule out wide to Hotto, nicely done. Now Hotto goes for goal. Well over the top.
Maybe an option would be to hang that ball. I think Bobasa is a part of those that enters the box, that is the biggest that can challenge in mid-air.
So a reminder of the other games tonight, live coverage by the way of Stellenbosch against Marumo Gallants from the Winelands, that's 0-0. Richards Bay are playing Chippa United at Kwagmashu this evening, that's on streaming, no goals there. Polokwane City at home in Limpopo against Durban City, no goals there. Of course, Bombela Gallants in the league. Polis is having a physical night tonight with Setloli. Tackle down too well with the fans over on the far side. There's a big roar of disapproval. Siema. He played 8 matches last season for Galaxy. A surprise signing given his lack of experience. But he's certainly risen to the occasion, as it were, with the injuries at the back. He's full of confidence. Commentator's curse has just seen him knock that ball into touch.
Regardless of this one ball, I still feel like he's been incredible in the type of games that he's been playing in, that he was dropping to be able to perform. In the case of missing more recognized defenders, it's been incredible.
Otto did well, knocked that against Setlodi and will get the throw in. Which coach is the happier of the two with the situation now just over 10 minutes to half time. Mentioned all the scores and matches tonight in the Betway Premiership. Just a reminder, tomorrow of course Chiefs and Sundowns live from the Soccer City. Nice turn here from Mklapo. Batsi, he gives it away. Got caught late by Mariko. Tomorrow night also Sekukune hosting Amazulu and Golden Arrows against Magesi. Matches tomorrow 5 this evening, and it'll be 4 rounds completed, and then Saturday and Sunday round 5 as well. Everybody will play. Rico, once in a while, when it's just a little bit slow, gets caught for pace, and
He's got a bite about him, which of course, as the game progresses, he just needs to be careful, because the more it happens, the more the ref will take note.
the first game he played, he came on as a sub against Polokwane City, opening game of the season, and he certainly also had an eye for goal, much in the way that Lata likes to strike from range, from just outside the penalty area, and has had some success with that. Nico struck quite a few at goal, not successful, but I think he's got that in his armory as well. The coach said about him that he's a real talent. He said to him, the first thing you've got to do now that you join Pirates is learn English. To be able to mix in with the team, understand what's going on, just feel a little bit more at home.
Yeah.
Make sure your first few months you learn the language. Wallace brought down.
But I think he's more of a number 8 than a 6, because in this team, Dooley is the one that sits most, though they seem to start as the 2 sitting midfielders, and obviously with his ability to every now and then push forward, it gives him those moments where he can see sight of goal. Not so much from Bogazi this evening.
Yeah, those diagonal balls that he played against Stellenbosch this time last week were superb. Here's Shandu now. Gets past the challenger Batsi. A little bit of space here for Mariko. This is what they want from him. Service and then link play. Hotto. Dispossessed. Mabele finds Seklodi on the right-hand side. Forward they come. Inside. Mabele blocks. Auburn College will get a corner.
Not at all the type of resistance I expected. No, the approach, if I may say, because they seem like they're prepared to mix it up with the good combinations in the middle.
There's Batsi now, with a space for Tibedi. Batsi's ball inside to Ramosala. Then comes off Pirates' foot, Batswanganyi. Another corner. This is another opportunity for Corbett. May take a surprise lead. Some good ball struck in there, and super chain more than equal to the occasion. And here comes Sebele Bele now, with the ball in for Apollos. Out comes the goalkeeper, no chance has been taken.
I don't know if you saw a slight difference from how China approached or picked up that ball. He applied the same run I was talking about, the three-quarter one. It's just that we can talk about something, but we don't have a picture of it. It doesn't make a lot of sense. That was one clear example of what a three-quarter run looks like.
Aswangagi, of course, he's the defender. Tibedi's there as well. There's not much room to maneuver, and the referee says play on. All but have possession. Batsi, the skipper, out wide on the right. Tibedi linking up there. He was at Keswick for the first start of last season in the Motsepe Foundation Championship. Left in January and then snapped up by Orbit.
He also felt the need to remind Charlemagne that he's a real gangster and can't be touched.
Now, chase is on here. Cross from Jingana. Header away from Mbukazi. Chance here for Batsi. Strikes the shot. Blocked. The ref says there's a man down, so on comes the medical team. Maswanganyi needs some treatment. Let's not get off the ball, I suspect. Watch Maswanganyi here. He's looking a little bit
just like in this next situation, because
he's limping and hurting. Down he went. Earlier tackle on him that caused the pain. Right out in the corner here where there were a couple of players biting at his heels.
Yeah, he got up from this one and maybe and he rushed in to continue when maybe he needed to walk it a bit.
He won't want to go off before half-time for a second successive match. There's a lot of effort being made these days from the fans. I wonder if the 10,000 buck prize has got anything to do with that, William?
Listen, if I wasn't here, I would be down there, man. Within a tower of my own. 10,000 in one go. Please, listen.
These are some of the candidates for our winner tonight. 10,000 rand for the best dressed supporter. Now, problems here for Pirates. That was excellently done by Mabele, who spotted Chain well off his line. The goalkeeper scurrying back.
But it starts from here.
Yeah, he gives it away.
Pass, yeah. Made a lot of sense. That's good thinking. That's clever thinking. Quick thinking at that. But I guess the goalkeeper as well did exceptionally well to get himself back on the goal line just in time.
Yep. Saved the blushes, redeemed himself, but Mabele on target. So Orbite have got one shot on target.
And by the way, that has been some of their biggest challenges coming into this game. With not too many strikes at goal at all, let alone those are on target.
Oh, lovely touch across the face there. Maklatsi, the teenager, out of the air, he plucked that square ball across and no one there to finish it off for Orbite College. Onside here, Mbukazi with the half clearance that goes the wrong way. Nice bit of skill.
Improvisation, no time to allow the ball to get down. You need to try and come up with overhead kick. Let's talk about the opportunities created. Maybe later.
Polis inside. Maswanganyi looks to have recovered back into Polis. That ball is just a little too strong.
Now, in their first game, listen, 9 shots, only 2 on target. That for me was a big concern. But second game, 40 shots, only 4 on target.
That was the one they won.
Yes.
Oh, excellent work here from Mabele. He's showing his skills tonight. Inside to Modimoeng. Cut out by Mbukazi. Nduli. Maswanganyi. No free kick. It's Orbite ball. Fans don't like it on the far side. What was the third game stats, William?
5 shots, 1 on target. That for me, basically, is I think that's where the biggest concern will be for the coaches. Like they're not venturing enough, they're not taking enough shots. But yes, maybe the 14, but the on target one doesn't quite equal the amount of effort that you put into building up those chances.
Just one goal, of course, as well, so far. Top right. There's the pace of Maklatsi. Work from Mbukazi. A couple of the teenagers at the back there. And then the 34-year-old Hotto comes to offer some support. Last minute before we go into stoppage time. Yes, Sebele Bele. Space out left for Hotto. Can he maybe set something up? Drives this ball in for crossfield, looking for Sebele Bele. Came off Jingana last. It'll be a Pirates throw-in. Coach urging his players to continue with the press. They were suddenly a little bit static there, Orbit. Mbukazi, Mariko. So into stoppage time we go. Here is Sebele Bele with Maswanganyi. Gets the shot in, or was that a cross in search of Mabasa? 2 minutes, by the way, added on. Seems about right, William.
Yeah.
This man might be playing against Bafana Friday next week, in that World Cup qualifier. Coach Notsi is watching tonight. Send him our greetings, of course.
Yes, good friend of ours.
Kazi showing some good strength there.
That is his game.
Pirates looking a little sloppy at the back though, not clearing properly. Backspin on that ball as well. Big man Matlatsi up front. Hotto's done well. Still Hotto. Apollos. Mariko. Now Maswanganyi. Still time here to get a strike in on goal for the Buccaneers. Sebele Bele. Still Sebele Bele looking here for Apollos. Back heel Maswanganyi, left foot. Really have a chance to smack it first time. I think he's hurt himself again.
In fact, I think it was blocked. It was unleashing a shot. It took a little bit longer to unleash. I guess the ball maybe not sitting well for him to take a first-time shot.
Just a matter of seconds now before the half-time whistle from referee Quinda. Maswanganyi collects, it looks to be okay. Hotto, Apollos. Is there time here to get a shot in on goal? And Dooley, disappointing ball for Mabasa. That is that for the first half here at the Orlando Stadium. So, William Shongwe, Orbit College will be much the happier of the two, surely.
Without a doubt, at least they've controlled a big chunk of the game. I'm not talking about position stats, I'm just talking about certain areas where you didn't expect them to play with fluidity. That middle park has looked very impressive, obviously encroaching into the attacking phase. They've kept Sebele Bele out of the game by shutting the space in that middle, so not too many open spaces for the ball to be played. So very, very impressive. Of course, occasionally pushing forward. No clear-cut chances created, but listen, they'll be very happy with how they played in the first half.
Well, it's a massive game for this club, looking to establish themselves in the top flight, prove that their promotion was no fluke. And they are holding the mighty Buccaneers here at halftime at the Orlando Stadium.